This is the Traveling Grannies. We want to talk to you a little bit about our trip to King's Dominion. We took our grandchildren to King's Dominion and we had a really good time. There were some things that I personally thought was a waste of money. Then there were some things that I thought was a great bargain. So we kind of wanted to share all of that with you. Now, as you can tell, there's a Christmas tree in my background. I love Christmas. My stuff goes up November the 1st. As my son-in-law tells me, I don't even give the turkey his day. But I love it. So I thought I would share that with you in the background. One of the things I liked about King's Dominion is that most of the children rides are grouped in one section, in the peanut section. I like that, especially traveling with small children. There are some parks that the rides are scattered throughout the park and you kind of have to just, go around the park. But the majority of their rides are located at the front to the left in the little area of Peanuts. They have lots of rides for children, whether they are 3 years old or whether they're up to 7, 9 years old. They will love that part of the park. We did have some that had not ridden roller coasters before, so they have a couple right there. One is the Great Pumpkin Race. That is a really good beginner roller coaster for some of the children. The other one that they had was Woodstock Express. That's just a little bit above the Great Pumpkin Race, but again, it's a really good roller coaster for small children, and both of these adults can ride with them, and that's really good if you're trying to help them get over the fear of riding their first roller coasters. They do have one called Snoopy's Space Junction. It is a little roller coaster that goes up off the ground. It's just the track just follows around. The adults can ride with the children. It was down the last couple of times we went, so I've not had a chance to ride it yet, but I think it is a really good family ride. There's another little coaster called that Apple Zapper. That one is really a small roller coaster. Don't let that fool you with the quick turns it makes you feel like you're going to fall off the edge. That's really an intense ride. It's small. I scream every time I get on it, and I am used to all the big coasters. But it's one that the smaller kids can ride with their parents as well. Again, don't let the size of that roller coaster fool you. It's just the quick turns at the top that kind of get you. Another one of the little coasters we liked was Reptilian. Now that is a trackless roller coaster. It just kind of goes up and then it just kind of comes around, just like, to me, it's like being in a coil of a snake. But it was really cool. The grandchildren liked it. I did have one that really didn't like it, but just roller coasters are not her thing. But for the majority, they loved it and they actually wanted to do it again. The wait time for it was not too bad, but in the summertime, you can estimate waiting, anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour for something like that. There's also one that we rode called the Backlot Stunt Coaster. That's a really good roller coaster ride. The very end of it, it kind of shoots you out this little hole that looks like you're in a stunt being, shot out through a billboard sign. It's a really good ride. It's fast. It's over very quickly, but we really like that ride. Couple of the roller coasters that the older children rode. One was the Grizzly. That is a old type wooden roller coaster. Very rough ride. I mean, the ride okay is fine. I personally don't like riding something that just jars me really bad. So the Grizzly is kind of a rough ride. Now they do have the traditional north-south coasters where you have the two side-by-side wooden roller coasters that race, north versus the south. So that's kind of a nice little ride to ride. Flight of Fear was another roller coaster that the older children rode. This is a roller coaster that is in the dark. When you get in, you're not able to see the turns and the twist. They did wait about an hour and a half to be able to ride that ride. They personally did not like it. They said they would not do it again. And they are big roller coaster fans, but to each person their own. Some people like riding roller coasters in the dark and others do not. They are personally ones that do not. They like to be able to see what's coming. But again, that was Flight of Fear. That was their take on it. And so I'll pass that along too. They have the traditional gliders, which are Linus launchers. They also have the planes, the Red Baron Snoopy versus Snoopy planes. So the traditional rides like that they do have. There was one that we came across, didn't know what it was. It just has a sign that says Boo Hill, and you begin to kind of walk through the forest kind of area, and they got little spooky signs up. Didn't really know what that was, but once we got there, it was really worth it. It's just a small little car that goes on a track. It's a very slow kind of maybe coaster type thing. No drops, nothing fast. It's just 4 people to a car, and you have the little laser guns and you shoot the little ghosts as they pop up. That was really cool. A lot of the smaller kids liked it as well as the older kids. It was just a really good family ride. So if you see the little Boo Hill, follow down the path. It's worth riding. They do have 2 sets of bumper cars there. One is Lucy's Krabby Cabbies. That is for the smaller children, and they can go and bump all into each other. The one for the older children, they did not like it, and rightfully so. You can only go in one direction, so it's really kind of hard to bump into each other when you're only able to go in one direction and there is a barrier in the center so that you can't cross back and forth. So that to me was really a waste of time for the older children to wait in line for it, and they thought so as well. They do have 2 water rides there, the traditional log ride and then, of course, the rapids ride. That actually, to me, was probably one of the best rapids rides I have ridden at amusement parks. It actually has a little theme to it, going through like a lumberjack camp. But it was real good. We really enjoyed that. We rode it several times. Didn't ride the log ride. Like I said, it's a traditional log ride, and the line was like an hour and a half long. It was hot, so we chose to pick one of the 2, and that's the one we chose, and I'm glad we did. We really enjoyed it. Got stuck, couldn't get our little rapids ride to go through, but after kind of jarring back and forth, we actually got it to go through, and made it to the end. We did not ride a lot of the bigger roller coasters because we had some of the younger children with us, so it was mostly their day. They do have a couple of scramblers. The Arachnoid one, it's really good. A traditional scrambler. And then they have one, the Bad Apple, that's more of a scrambler, and it is in the air. So it's really good. It's not scrambling down here, it's scrambling up here. So it was fun. They have a little whirly bird for the children that you kind of sit in, and you spin the little thing. They liked it. That was really good. The traditional train, they have a small version of the train, not the train that goes around the park, but just a small train there. It was real good. I love the traditional rides. One of my favorite is the carousel. I do not leave an amusement park without riding the carousel. I am a kid at heart, and I just love riding it. My grandkids all know that if we go to an amusement park, their Mima is not leaving without riding the carousel. They also have the Blue Ridge trolleys. These are the old-timey cars that go along the track. The children are able to drive them. You can sit in the back. It's just kind of push the pedal and it goes. When you let off the pedal, it stops. Very safe, easy ride for them to drive. And I love it. Usually there's a long wait time, but like I said, I'm a kid at heart. I love the old-timey cars. I love the carousels. We have been through the summer, and we also have been at Christmas. So just a couple of plugs for the Christmas if you happen to go there. The traditional middle part that has this beautiful, huge fountain, they turn that into an ice skating rink, and you pay extra for it to spend, I think it's like an hour on the ice. So that's good if you ice skate. I don't do that. I spend more time on my rear than I do upright, so that's not my thing. But a lot of people love that, and it was really good. Don't leave without seeing the Christmas parade. It really is a good parade. It starts at about 9:30. They also have little igloos. If you look into them on early, they are clear. They're plastic. They're also heated. You can reserve one of those, and you're able to sit in it. It's under the Eiffel Tower. Sit under it while you eat and watch the parade, and you're in out of the cold. That is really worth it if you get a chance to do that. The other thing we did was the horse-drawn carriage ride. That is extra. To me, it was a waste. We only went just a short distance down the street and turn around and come back down towards the back, not really towards the front where everything is. So to me personally, thought that was a waste. Would not do that again. One of the big expenses in an amusement park is the food. So let's talk a little bit about the food. We have gotten meal plans at other amusement parks before. This one really is worth getting. Some of the other ones we've gotten, you were not able to eat at all at the restaurants. Actually, we wasted money at one of the places we went because you can only eat at one or two. We never did eat up what was on our meal plan because we couldn't find the places to eat. One of the things I like about their meal plan is that almost all of their restaurants and snack shops are on their meal plan. You're able to get a meal or either a snack with the beverage every 90 minutes. One of the things I liked about it with having small children is that, and I know the meal plans are geared towards one person, but when you have small children and you're able to get one meal plan, we had 2 or 3 of the smaller children that ate off of one meal plan. So far as me as an adult, I shared my meal plan with one of my grandchildren. I still had plenty of food. There's a couple of places that we ate that I really liked. I actually wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. One of the places we ate was called Grain and Grill. That is towards the beginning of the park. It actually had grilled shrimp on skewers. They had grilled chicken breast. I actually got the prime rib that was there. And the quality of the food was really good. And again, the portions we had, I was able to share mine with a grandchild and we were still fine. One of the other places that they ate was Border Burritos. I did not go there, but some of the other children did with my daughter. They really liked it. They said the food was really good. Portions was really good. I do like, if I'm going to pay for a meal at an amusement park, I do want to feel like I got a good quality of food. And so far as the places that were there, I really did. I was not disappointed at any of the places that we ate. We ate at Blitzen Burgers. We ate at Dasher's Diner. Those are more burger places. They have a Starbucks, which is the one place we're not going to leave without going by. It's a Starbucks and a Cinnamon Bun store. They have a Sweet Frog. They had the Coca-Cola Pizza Parlor. That was really good. They actually, in the wintertime, had crepes. They were really good. They were made right there in front of you. So Dippin' Dots, like I said, they have a big variety of food. Quality of food is good. It is a little pricey, but again, if you get the meal plan, you will not go wrong with their meal plan there. We really had plenty of food to eat on our meal plan. So I hope you've enjoyed the recap of King's Dominion with us. So please hit the like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next adventure.